Hey guys, it's Mari back with another video, and like I always say, don't be scared to fall because you may fall into a better situation. And without further ado, let's get into the video. First, I literally just got off work and I need to film this video because I think I want to push myself to be at the goal of uploading 2 videos a week. I'm working on being more organized with these videos and also be to look in the camera more and just talk more fluently. So I'm going to be talking about how to get your first apartment and how my experience was getting my first apartment. I'm just going to explain to you some do's and don'ts. Of course, it's going to be different depending on where you're located, but I'm just giving you my experience. These are the things that you should do before you even consider getting an apartment. Establish a payment method for yourself. Look at your income and ask yourself, can you afford to come up with this? Make this realistic to the point where not that you're working check to check. Think about the things that are a priority to you and the things that you cannot go without as the week goes by. I had to incorporate my haircut into my bills because for me that's a priority and that's something that I feel that I just cannot sacrifice. I need my haircut, I need my phone, I need to eat, I need lights and water. Of course, you know the general. But I know some people may not think haircut is a priority, but for me it is. Considering my income, I get paid every week, you may get paid every 2 weeks. My first check at the beginning of the month, I use that to pay my car note. My second check, I pay my light bill. These are bills that won't take my entire check. So I won't be broke. The second week I would pay my light bill, which is normally not that much because you stay by yourself, and if you work a lot like me, your light bill is not going to be that high. They don't turn your lights off until it's about like $300. So for me, what I do is I let it get up to $300 and I pay it off. You know, I just like to cut curves, you know, and make it better for me. And your water bill, because those are normally the cheaper bills or whatever. This is for an apartment, not a house. But for me, my water bill is included, so I don't have to pay it. But I have looked at my water bill to see how much it is, to just kind of get an idea in case I do move and it's not included, just to kind of map out how much I will actually be spending. My water bill is normally like $60. Since I stay here by myself, I'm the only person in here, and a lot of times when I'm here, it's to sleep, and I do work 2 jobs now, so my light bill is honestly about the same. I pay my light bill every 3 months, 3 or 4 months, because, you know, that's just my thing. I don't know if they let you do that in other places, but for us, they don't turn your lights off until, you know, I think it's 200 or 300 or whatever. But those first 2 weeks, don't just go ham, don't just go spending money. You spend what you need. I suggest that you spend what you need. So for your third and fourth week of the month, split my rent in half, and I set that aside from that 3rd week. And so the next week, I get the other half. Once I get done paying that rent and all my bills are paid, whatever I have left, I will wait till after all my bills are paid and then consider buying the extra stuff. And let's make sure that you're not working from check to check. Let's make sure that you have money to go from week to week or every 2 weeks to the next 2 weeks. So that's my payment method. You can go with my method or you can use your own method. I have suggested this to other people and it works for them, you know. So next, when it comes to looking for an apartment, I say you look within your budget, literally look for what you want, but sometimes you have to compromise depending on what it is. If you know that there are appliances that you want, look for those. In the area that you want, think about that, because some areas will cost more than others. Some areas will cost more and you will have less, and some areas will cost less and you will have more. It's like you may stay in a dangerous area that's cheaper and it comes with a washer and dryer. And for me, I stay in a more safer area, but it does not come with a washer and a dryer, and it costs more. Why did I pick to come to the safer area even though I don't get a washer and a dryer? It's because I value safety over anything else. And I just was not moving to, you know, a dangerous area. But it just depends on what you can compromise and what you can sacrifice or want to sacrifice. Now, let's go on to the requirements that you may want to think about before you get an apartment. Most apartments want you to make 2 or 3 times the rent. And I have to be completely honest, nowadays, unless you have a good paying job, making 2 to 3 times the rent is absolutely, it's just impossible. And more than likely, you're not going to get approved. Me, how I did it and what I suggest is to literally work 2 jobs. And when you get approved, let that one go. Keep the 2 jobs. If you need that income, if it's not too much on you to work 2 jobs, I would suggest doing it, because the more money, the better, of course. And I did keep my 2 jobs until I moved full-time to my first job that I'm at, and I just started making more, and I didn't need to work 2. If you can roommate, I would suggest that. Friendships, anything like that normally can work out, but a lot of them don't work out. So I stay by myself. I never wanted to, but I do love that I do stay by myself, because now that I stay by myself, I don't think that I will ever have a roommate. Think about all of the deposits. Disclaimer, it may be different in certain areas, but I suggest, although you're watching this video, to do your own research, because it may be different in different areas. I had to do a $200 deposit on my lights because I've never had lights in my name. And you guys, I got my apartment when I was 20. And also you have to pay a deposit with your apartment, depending on when you move. If you move in the middle of the month, you have to pay for the rest of the month. So I recommend strongly, never move in the middle of the month. Move in the middle of the month, you have to pay half of the rent. And this is what my dumb ass did. I moved in the middle of the month, and I had to pay for literally from the 15th to the 30th. And that's the rent split in half. So I had to pay for that, which you would think that would be cool to start off with. But literally 2 weeks later, when the first come back around, you literally have to pay the full rent again. So I suggest on the first, you move in, so you have a month to accumulate more money. With apartments, it is first come, first serve. So if you don't secure your spot, it can be taken. I actually got my apartment on my birthday. You must have the right motivation. For me, my motivation was I was depressed, and I had got into it with a family member, and I had to move out, and I just really had nowhere to go. I had to get a place. I had to get a place. I don't want anybody to feel like in your 20s that you have to have a place. If your parents are supporting you and it's not too much for you to stay there, please stay there. I don't think it's realistic to ever move out until you're like 24 or 25. Because when you think about it, when you leave school at 18, you go to college, you're in there for about 4 years. You don't get your career as soon as you get out of college. Stay with your parents as long as you can. Don't let this social media tell you that, it's wrong to be with your parents at 20 because you see everybody else moving out and flourishing in life. It's going to come to you when it comes to you. I had to get a place because I didn't have the best relationship with my father, and thank God that I do right now. I just wasn't at the best place with my father, and I had nowhere else to go. When you get an apartment, I suggest that you stay there for 2 or 3 years. Please note that the rent goes up each year after you resign your lease. But it is very smart to resign your lease and stay there 2 or 3 years, because it's good to have residential history. So when you try to move somewhere else, they'll see that you were consistent and you paid your bills somewhere else. Never break your lease. It is going to be in your credit. And when you go to apply somewhere else, they're going to give you a hard ass fucking time. I had my bed bought cash before I even moved into my apartment. I bought my TV later on, and I discovered the reason I mentioned the TV because I sat up in here and I went to sleep, and a lot of nights I was bored as hell without a TV. It's a source of entertainment. Take advantage of used items. Some used items. If you're going to buy a bed used, don't buy the mattresses. Don't suggest buying a mattress used. Get government assistance if it's possible, because literally anything helps. Don't be afraid, because being afraid literally keeps you afloat. I feel like feeling like you're not going to succeed is what makes you work harder to stay afloat. You don't let that keep you down, because that is the one thing that is going to keep you ahead. Don't rush. Take your time when it comes to furnishing this place. Buy everything cash. Don't go out and get some furniture unless you can actually afford it. I suggest you don't lease anything. Have a microwave. Oh my gosh, have a microwave. A microwave is just essential. A microwave, a TV, and a bed. If anything, you can go to Walmart and get you some food and put it in the microwave, and that's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You're not going to be able to just actually go out and get food every night if you're thinking that you're going to be eating fast food for the next couple of weeks. No, it's going to be easier for you to just pop something in the microwave and just keep going. If you are with your parents at 20, or you're just getting out of high school and you're with your parents, stay with them as long as you can. And while you're with them, pay whatever car you have off, whatever car you're in, whatever car you're driving, to pay it off before you get an apartment, because it will save you so much money. If you're in your 20s and you're watching this, if you're in your earlier 20s and you're watching this, or if you're staying with somebody, use that time to pay off the car that you're in, and then you move into an apartment. The price that you see online, that is not the accurate price. After they're done adding their fees and everything else, you never know what type of fees they're gonna add onto it. Of course, they're gonna discuss all of this before you sign your lease, but just to make you more aware when it comes to your budget. They may charge you for trash, they may charge you for Wi-Fi. Mine comes with Wi-Fi, love it. I would not have taken that off even if it was an option. But mine comes with Wi-Fi, it comes with trash, my water's in there too, so you know that makes the bill go up. But okay guys, so that's literally all I have for you guys today, and those are some tips on how to obtain an apartment in your 20s. Or even if you're older. I hope you learned something. I hope I spread a little knowledge. Lease is up August. Oh my gosh. Stay safe out here. It's cold as fuck. I'm finna go to Mississippi and chill with my dad. Until the next time, remember, just click the notification button to get these uploads, because I said every 2 weeks, but then now I'm saying that I'm gonna try to upload every other day. Like I uploaded 2 videos last week, and now y'all getting this. What's the day? Hey Google, what's the date?
It's Friday, February 4th, 2022.
It's February 4th. The last video I recorded was January 27th or something like that. Like, I'm coming with this consistency. 8 videos a month. Can I do that? I don't know. We gonna see. Turn on the bell notifications and subscribe. Stay cute, girl. Stay motherfucking cute. See you guys in the next video. Stay cute.